This is going to be a TA video going over the assets that I'm basically waiting on for tomorrow. I have 3 different assets that I'm focused on right now, which is XBI, that's biotech, Bitcoin, and then gold, and GME. So that's 4, but GME is kind of like an outlier because I usually don't trade it. But I'm basically going to be going over my game plan for tomorrow, what I'm waiting on, the levels that I'm waiting on, and how I plan to enter and exit the trade. So starting off with Bitcoin, if you haven't seen one of my other videos where I go over the macro analysis, this won't make too much sense because I'm using bar patterns. But maybe, if you're experienced enough, you understand the concept of bar patterns and how to apply them to your strategy. So starting off with Bitcoin, we are repeating a specific area of the chart. This is the bar pattern. This is from July of 2023, and this is the current price action. So all of this has been repeating this very, very closely. And I'm overall bullish on Bitcoin, as many other people are, but I kind of use a different approach for it because I'm still immediate short-term bearish. We're going to consolidate for some time and then have a drop coming in to break below a very key retail trend line that's very visible. So those ones usually get broken through. So the setup for Bitcoin is a short, and this red circle is representing where I believe price action is right now, what it's following. So we can see here that after we peaked out, we had kind of like this little left shoulder consolidation. We pumped up, topped out, came down, and I'm attributing this top right here to this top right here. And you will see how closely we're actually following. So then we pulled back, pumped up a little bit, made a fake higher high in this range, just like it did over here, dropped down much harder, and I'm attributing this drop to this one right here. And then we break below this micro trend line, close above it, just like we did over here. So this top being this one, closed above it as well. I'll put this on the 4 hour so it looks a little bit more similar. So both of these are on the 4 hour now. So closed above it, force closed, fake candle close because we just end up making a lower low anyway and breaking below this uptrend, this symmetrical triangle, which is another bear trap, just the inverse of this one. So I'm attributing this bottom to this one right here. And then this portion right here where we pump up, do a little bull flag, pump up higher, is this right here. So we head up, pull back, head up a little bit higher, top wicks, green wick, then red wick, and then a fake lower low, stopping out a bunch of people who were long because this is the support in the range, and then we break below it, just like we did over here. And then we have a tight consolidation, just like we did over here. In this tight consolidation, we have a little push up and then drop back down. So green, quick little drop, and that is represented right here. If I put it on the smaller time frame, you'll see what I mean. It looks way closer. So we head up first, quick little push up, pull back, then push up again, just like we did over here, and then we head up higher, and I'm attributing this one to this right here. They're not going to look perfectly similar, but the overall direction is what I'm taking from it. And then when we pull back here, do a little bull flag, just like we did over here. And then we spike up much higher, tight small pullback, bottom wicks, a whole lot of wick action right here. And then we push up higher again, pull back, push up to that same high, just like we are over here. Now, as soon as we break below this little micro uptrend, we break below it. If I put it right here, close below it, push up real quick after we break it, a little retest, and then we start coming back down, and then it's a drop back down to this kind of range support right here, which would be this, around this area, maybe the POC right here. So I'll do this. So I'm going to be looking to enter short, like literally in like 5-10 minutes after this video. So Bitcoin's kind of a little, it's a little different because it's open 24 hours. The other assets are going to be with NY Open. That's when I'm going to be looking to enter my trades. So that's Bitcoin, waiting on this short setup to play out. And if we look at Market Cipher, it's not looking too good. So, the money float has been dying out a bunch as we're ranging, so distributing. And as we're coming very low on the money flow, we have another pump up to that high over here, forming a double top, and I think we will come back down to that range. So kind of like a little day trade right there. Not a crazy amount of profit. Like, let's see here. 3%, it's not bad, not bad at all, but nothing like crazy like GME and gold, which I'm going to be going over. So next up, let's go over gold. Let's see here. I think it's this one. Yeah. So I don't want to take too much time on this, but basically, macro-wise, this has been following so closely to this price action. It's actually like crazy. I'll cut straight to it. This left head, or this little left shoulder, we pull back, head up higher again, pull back, head up higher again. And I'm attributing these highs right here to right here. I'll go over a macro video of why we're even looking at this section back in, all the way back in 2010, but it's following so closely and the patterns are just, rhyming with themselves. But basically, this pullback right here, I'm attributing to this one. We had a higher push up than we did over here because this is supposed to be this. And what goes up must come down. They're inverses, so it pushed up more on this side, therefore it has to pull back more on this side as well. So this pullback was a little bit bigger right here than it was right here, but that's okay. Again, if you're new to bar patterns, they don't follow perfectly. They just give us overall direction, and then we apply another TA strategy on top of that, whatever it may be, EMAs, breakout, retest, resumption, tons of different strategies, but you use your TA strategy as a filter for your entries and exits, stop losses, all that stuff, for the actual overall direction of the bar pattern price action. So this one right here, after we pulled back down, this price action right here is mirroring this price action right here. So we push up, have a quick little double top. This one wasn't a perfect double top, but I'm attributing this to this right here. And then we pull back, just like we did over here, head back up a little bit, and then pull back again. And we head up again right here, and we pull back, and then we push up again, just like we did. So pull back. Oh yeah, so I was attributing this drop to this one right here. And then we push up, pull back, push up, pull back. And I attributed this bottom to, I believe it was this one. Yeah. And then we push up here, just like we did over here, pull back again with those bottom wicks, just like it was over here, very similar. And then we have one more top right here, which is a higher high, before we start coming down. I was scalping gold the other day following this bar pattern, and oh my gosh, it was crazy. Like, it was working so well. At first I thought this was this, and I shorted right here, and it started, not immediately falling like it should have right here. So I got out, took my profit, and pushed up again, which made me a little bit confused at first until I kind of went on the higher time frames to look at this bar pattern and realized we're probably most likely doing this. So it's nice because our stop loss isn't very big at all. It's very, very small, good risk to reward ratio. I look like one of those people who have super high risk to rewards. 6 is really, really good. I usually go for like 2 to 3, but put it up a little bit higher if I want. But we'll know if we're wrong pretty quickly. Like, if it just keeps pushing up and deviating from the bar pattern, that's it. I'm out. I'm not going to, bag hold this thinking I'm right and be delusional about it. So once price action starts proving me right and we get that rejection up here and have our first red candle, I would be looking to enter some puts on GLD, and I will be also shorting just with one of my other accounts, just normal shorting gold. So yeah, that's the setup for gold. We did Bitcoin, gold. The other one I want to go over, I think I might have to make a separate video for it, but it's basically GME. GME right here. I'll go over it quickly. But basically, if we look at the higher time frames, like the weekly, we'll see that this pattern, let's do the 3-day on here, where we have a drop, sharp drop, consolidation, sharp drop, huge push up, sharp drop, consolidation, and then we head up again. It's literally little micro versions of the pattern that are even playing out over here. So when we pulled back over here, we made almost a higher high, and then started that big drop again, and I'm attributing this little drop here to like this, and then we push up, consolidate a little bit. You can see the similarities, they're not perfect, but basically this drop right here is this drop right here. This is the 3-day, this is the weekly, that's why it looks a little different. And then I'm attributing this pump that we had in 2021 with the whole like Reddit group and everything to this big push up here. And then notice we consolidate, and we're making that not perfect double top, but we head back up before having a bigger drop down. And then all of this is still this right here, just an expanded longer form of it. Consolidate, head right back up. This is on bar replay mode, but this goes up a little bit higher, and then we start dropping again. And that's literally what we're doing here. Push up again. So I'm attributing this high after it started dropping again back in 2015 to this. And if we actually zoom in, we could see push up and our first sharp pullback that we have right here. Put this like on the 1 day. We pull back pretty hard, just like we did. Here, I'll go 4 hour. Just like we did over here. Have a little small consolidation here, just like we did over here. Start heading up. And I circled this area because when I put it on the 4 hour, after we finally start heading up, right here, we have a small little red before we push up, and that's what it looked like right here. Had a small amount of red right here, and then we push up again. Small amount of red. So I think we're just going to keep uptrending. So I'm going to be looking to enter calls on GME tomorrow morning. I'm holding a little bit of shares. I have a little bit of skin in the game on GME, but not too much compared to my total account size. But yeah, I'm going to be entering some calls as price keeps proving me right. And if we keep uptrending, I'll just keep DCAing in and then look to get out when we're back near the highs up here. So those are the 3 setups. Bitcoin short right here. We got gold short up here and GME long right here. So yeah, those are the 3 setups. Let's see how they play out. Today is Wednesday, June 5th, and I'm expecting these to play out on June 6th to June 7th. Maybe they might need a little bit more time. So I don't know if exactly it'll happen tomorrow, but these are the setups that I'm going to be playing out this week. And I'll post a recap video going over the trades and how they played out. So yeah, that's the end for this video. 13 minutes long. I don't want to make it too long, but I'll be posting more videos about these bar patterns, so more to come.